Here we have the original manuscript of Frankenstein, the remarkable novel that Mary Shelley wrote when she was just 18 years old. Frankenstein now, of course, is a very, very famous story. We know it from films, even from comic books, all sorts of adaptations. But the excitement about this manuscript is it takes us right back to the moment of its creation. We really can see the moment when Mary Shelley's pen hit the page, if you like. She began to think of Frankenstein in 1816 when she was out in Geneva with Percy Bysshe Shelley, the poet, her later husband, and Lord Byron, probably the most famous poet of the day. It was a terrible summer, so they were confined indoors, and they had an idea: let's each write a ghost story. And Mary Shelley came up with Frankenstein. The excerpt we can see here is perhaps the most famous moment in the entire novel. It's the moment when the creature that's been created by Dr. Frankenstein finally comes to life. It was a dreary night of November when I beheld my man completed, and we learn about the rain hitting the window panes. It's a very, very atmospheric moment. There are reasons why this manuscript is a treasure. First of all, of course, it's the original manuscript of one of the best-known novels in the language. Secondly, it tells us so much. It tells us, as we say, as I say, about the moment of its creation. And we can see Mary Shelley's handwriting. We see which she's really composing very quickly. There are very few hesitations and corrections, certainly on this page. We can also see that she wrote it with the help of her husband. Some people, her husband Percy Bysshe Shelley, some people claim that in fact Shelley wrote the entire novel, but I think we can see from this manuscript the fact that it's mostly in Mary Shelley's hand, that she was very much the author. But Shelley comes in here and there. We can see on this page Mary's struggling with a word. She's written handsome, handsome, handsome 3 times, and each time she's crossed it out, so she can't quite find the right word. And in the end, Shelley comes to the rescue, if you like, and suggests beautiful. And then further down, there's a description of the creature's hair, and Shelley has written in of a lustrous black. So these are the kind of things that Shelley helps Mary with when she's writing what is, after all, her first novel. So it's a very special manuscript. If you want to know about how Frankenstein was composed, you have to come here. It was in fact only acquired by the Bodleian in 2004 as part of the Abinger collection. The Shelley collection at the Bodleian goes back to the late 19th century, when we acquired the first Shelley things, including Shelley notebooks. But the final part of the collection that belonged to the family came to the Bodleian by purchase only in 2004. Literary manuscripts are always a treasure because they're so unique. They show us how novels are written and the creative process, if you like, and the immediacy, the intensity of that particular moment. And Frankenstein has so much evocative about it because it takes you back to that moment in Switzerland when Mary Shelley goes out, buys a notebook, and begins her first novel.